All right. Good morning, everyone. I think we've got everybody here. Connie, are we ready to go, sir?
We're ready. Are you?
All right. We're on the record. Good morning, everyone. My name is Chuck McLean. I'm the Chief Public Utility Law Judge at the Maryland Public Service Commission. Today is October 25th. It's approximately 10 o'clock. We're conducting a virtual settlement hearing in case number 9675, which is captioned Waypost Solar Project LLC's application for a certificate of public convenience and necessity to construct a 92 megawatt solar photovoltaic generating facility in Caroline County, Maryland. We can start with appearances. We can start with the applicant.
Good morning, Your Honor. Max Cook on behalf of the applicant. I would also like to enter the appearance of Mr. David Bugelmans as co-counsel.
Good morning, gentlemen. Mr. Hoover.
Frederick H. Hoover on behalf of the Office of People's Counsel.
Sir, PPRP.
Good morning, Sandra McLemore on behalf of the Power Plant Research Program.
Morning, ma'am. For Liuna.
Good morning, Gabriele Ulrich on behalf of the Baltimore Washington Labor District Council.
And finally, staff. You're muted, sir. Nope, you're still muted. There you go.
Can you hear me?
We can now.
Okay, James Greger on behalf of staff, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. Why don't we start with the applicants? I appreciate you getting me the lists of your exhibits, and we can run through those. Mr. Bugelmans, Mr. Cook.
Thank you, Your Honor. And before I begin, I would like to confirm with Your Honor that applicant Exhibit 1, the Notice to Queen Anne's County Compliance Filing, and applicant Exhibit 2, their Certificate of Publication for the pre-hearing conference, have already been marked into evidence.
That is my recollection, but to the extent they're not, and just in case they are, they'll be Exhibits 1 and 2.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the CBCN application filed on January 20th, 2022, consisting of 8 pages under mail log number 238653.
All right, we'll mark that for identification as applicant 3.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is the original environmental review document. And for Your Honor's background, the applicant's intent is to enter all 3 versions of the filed ERDs throughout this exhibit process into the record, so Your Honor has a complete record.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we'll mark that as Exhibit 4 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's filed on January 20th, 2022, consisting of 65 pages under mail log number 238653. Next is the environmental review document appendices filed on January 20th, 2022, consisting of 2,251 pages under mail log number 238653.
All right, that'll be 5 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is the certificate of service, which accompanied the cover letter in the initial application. The reason we're marking this for evidence is because in the past, the notice requirements to the recipients of an application were handled as a separate filing. So this is being done out of an abundance of caution, Your Honor.
No, I appreciate that. That'll be Exhibit 6 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that was also filed on January 20th, 2022, consisting of 2 pages under mail log number 238653. Next is the response to PPRP's administrative completeness review filed on March 15th, 2022, consisting of 2 pages under mail log number 239586.
All right, that'll be 7 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is the revised environmental review document, the clean version, filed on April 4th, 2022, consisting of 70 pages under mail log number 240029.
That will be Exhibit 8 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next is the red line version of the revised environmental review document filed on April 4th, 2022, consisting of 72 pages under mail log number 240029.
That'll be 9 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have revised environmental review document appendices, also filed on April 4th, 2022, consisting of 2,654 pages under mail log number 240029.
That'll be 10 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the notice of exemption to appropriate and use waters of the state filed on May 11th, 2022, consisting of 3 pages under mail log number 240635.
That'll be 11 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the first public comment hearing notice compliance filing filed on June 2nd, 2022, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 240935.
That'll be applicant 12 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the direct testimony of Mr. Chad Lobley and associated exhibits filed on June 16th, 2022, consisting of 11 pages under mail log number 241127.
All right, that will be 13 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the direct testimony of Mr. Dane Bauer filed on June 16th, 2022, consisting of 11 pages under mail log number 241127.
Okay, and that'll be 14 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the second revised environmental review document, the clean version, filed on August 30th, 2022, consisting of 68 pages under mail log number 242109.
That will be 15 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the second revised environmental review document, the red line version, filed on August 30th, 2022, consisting of 71 pages under mail log number 242109.
Thank you. That'll be 16 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have second revised environmental review document appendices filed on August 30th, 2022, consisting of 2,313 pages under mail log number 242109.
That will be 17 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the second public comment hearing notice compliance filing filed on October 12th, 2022, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 242629.
That'll be 18 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. Next, we have the second public comment hearing signed affidavit and associated images filed on October 18th, 2022, consisting of 6 pages under mail log number 242692.
That will be 19 for identification.
Thank you, Your Honor. And finally, we have the settlement status update filed on October 20th, 2022, consisting of 1 page under mail log number 242738.
That will be so marked. Right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And given that this is a settlement hearing and no one has indicated they want to cross-examine witnesses, I'll admit applicant exhibits 3 through 20 into the record. Why don't we go ahead and we'll move to PPRP and then the staff, and then we can do the questioning. All right, Ms. McLemore.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have for PPRP Exhibit 1 to be marked as PPRP Exhibit 1, the direct testimony of Frederick S. Kelly, consisting of 23 pages in an appendix. It was filed on October 4th, 2022, under mail log number 242556.
That will be so marked.
Next, I have the secretarial letter dated October 4th, 2022, also under mail log number 242556, consisting of 2 pages and filed on October 4th, 2022.
It will be so marked.
As PPRP Exhibit 3, the initial recommended license conditions under mail log number 242556, dated October 4th and filed on October 4th, 2022, consisting of 15 pages under mail log number 242556.
It will be so marked.
For PPRP Exhibit 4, the revised recommended conditions are the red line version, filed on October 20th, 2022, consisting of 16 pages under mail log number 242734.
That'll be PPRP 4 for identification. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. For PPRP Exhibit 5, the revised recommended conditions, the clean version, also filed on October the 20th, 2022, consisting of 15 pages under mail log number 242734.
It shall be so marked.
Thank you, Your Honor. PPRP Exhibit 6, the project assessment report for the Waypost Solar Project, filed on October 4th, 2022, consisting of 96 pages, 100 pages, including cover and the table of contents, under mail log number 242556.
It'll be so marked.
For PPRP Exhibit 7, the Appendix A to the PAR, the applicant responses to selected PPRP data request, which was filed on October 4th, 2022 under mail log number 242556. It consists of 4 separate electronic documents. I can provide a summary of what is included if Your Honor would like.
I
Or-
don't think that's necessary, but thank you for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and that shall be marked as a PPRP 7 for identification.
For PPRP Exhibit A, the PAR Appendix B, the glare analysis, also filed on October 4th, 2022, under mail log number 242556. It consists of 139 pages.
All right, that'll be PPRP 8 for identification.
And PPRP Exhibit 9, our last exhibit, the PAR Appendix C, which is an Environmental Justice EJ screen report, filed on October 4th, 2022, under mail log number 242556, consisting of an EPA screen report, an EJS screen report block group, and an EJ screen ACS summary report.
All right, and that'll be marked as PPRP Exhibit 9, and PPRP Exhibits 1 through 9 are admitted. All right,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you, ma'am. Mr. Greger.
Morning again, Your Honor. Staff's sole exhibit is the direct testimony and exhibits of Roger Austin, filed on October 4th, 2022, consisting of 23 pages under mail log number 242555.
All right, we'll mark that as mark and admit that as staff exhibit 1. Mr. Hoover, am I correct? You have no exhibits? Just want to make sure.
That's correct, Your Honor. We have no
right.
testimony or exhibits.
Thank you. And Ms. Ulbig, I'm sorry.
Sorry. No exhibits, no testimony.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right. I do have a couple questions. Hopefully they're just clarifying. My guess is it'll be more Mr. Lobley than it will be Mr. Bauer. Sir, if I get you to raise your right hand for me. You swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thanks. And can you state your name and spell it for the court reporter, please, sir?
Certainly, Your Honor. My name is Chad Lobley. That's ChadLobley.
Thank you, sir. And if there's a question that you need to punt to Mr. Bauer, just let me know. The relationship between Cherrywood 1 and Waypost, is that just purely a name change, sir?
Correct.
Because there was another Cherrywood project, was there not?
I believe there was a Cherrywood 2 that is
Okay.
not associated with this project.
Okay, all right, just wanted to make sure on that. In terms of the number of parcels, I believe the most recent the revised ERD indicates there are 26 parcels with 2 in reserve and 1 easement. But Mr. Kelly's testimony from PPRP indicated there were 23 parcels with 2 in reserve. I think I just answered my own question. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. No, I guess maybe it's how Mr. Kelly's counting. I read his testimony as there were 23 total parcels with 2 in reserve and 1 with an easement.
Correct. Let me just check this most current
Sure. I can
ERD.
if you need
I believe,
a citation, I can give it to you.
yeah, let me see 1 second here.
Looks like the top of page 8 of the revised ERD says 26 parcels on the 3rd line down. 1 for an easement, 2 for
That's correct.
reserve.
Yes, 26 parcels. Two are for are not connected with the project, contiguous, that are reserved for either mitigation or that type of thing. So,
Okay, so maybe that was just a typographical error. All right. The construction schedule, I know you talked about it briefly at the evening hearing. Is it still the applicants hope to begin construction in March of 23?
I believe that's had a slight delay. So current start of construction is midsummer of 23.
And when are you hoping to be operational, sir?
The following year, about midsummer, early summer of 24.
Thank you, sir.
It's
Appreciate that.
it's hard to put a fine date on that, but yep.
No, that's fine, sir. I know it can be difficult. What's the status of the applicant's special exception and variance request with the county, if you know, sir?
Correct. Yep. So we've reached out to the county to schedule our planning commission meeting. That was scheduled for, I believe it was October 11th, and the planning commission, I believe they had some illness and we're not able to pull together a quorum. So we're trying to get that date, the next available date.
Okay. And the planning commission will be considering your site plan at that time. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you. All right. One of the statutory requirements I'm supposed to consider are the efforts to resolve issues with the county. To the extent there have been any, can you discuss those briefly, sir?
Your Honor, I'm not aware of any issues with the county. I mean, we've filed our application. It has gone through the technical advisory committee. Have not yet had that special use exemption meeting. So, as the applicant, we'll do our best to meet any county requirements.
Okay, but there haven't been any concerns or anything. Okay.
No, Your Honor.
All right. I think there's Mr. Kelly indicated there were 2 residential properties where no buffering had been proposed. And I was just wondering if there'd been any, since PPRP's filed their testimony and conditions, whether there'd been any outreach to those particular residences in terms of the buffering.
You know what? I might not be the best person to answer that one. So
Okay, but no problem. We can punt that to Mr. Bauer. All right. So the last question I have is the conservation reserve easement on property negotiations. Are you familiar with that, sir?
Very, very lightly.
Okay, you want me to punt that to Mr. Bauer as well?
Sure. I think between the two of us, we might be able to answer it. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, maybe what's the
All right,
question first? And
I was just wondering, how many more landowners or agreements are necessary, and what the time frame for those would be, if you know.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I know we're there's one property owner with the mount easement that we have designed around and excluded out of the project there. So other than that, maybe Mr. Bauer would be the more appropriate person to answer.
Okay, and is it fair to say that the applicant's not anticipating any issues with obtaining all the necessary agreements on that
That's
front?
correct. Yep.
Okay, thank you. All right, before we get over to Mr. Bauer, do any council have any questions for Mr. Lobley based solely on my questions? All right, I'm seeing a lot of shaking of heads.
I have a few follow-up questions, Your Honor. This is David Bugelmans, by the way, for the court reporter.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Mr. Lobley, have you reviewed PPRP's conditions?
Yes. Yep.
And specifically, have you reviewed PPRP condition 36? You have them in front of you?
I have it in front of me. Let me refresh my. The landscape plan.
Correct. Were you involved with the discussion with PPRP about these conditions, or about this condition specifically?
Correct. Yes.
And what's your understanding with respect to subparts A and B? What properties would that buffering address?
Again, Mr. Bugelman may be the better one to answer this. So.
Give
You
me
mean
Mr. Bauer.
I'm sorry.
You
are.
Okay, I'll save my questions for Mr. Bauer then. Thank you.
Yep.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bugelmans. Thank you, Mr. Lobley. I appreciate you being here. All right, we'll call up Mr. Bauer.
Yeah.
Can I get you to raise your right hand, please, sir?
Yes,
You
sir.
swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
I
sir.
do.
Could you please state your name and spell it for the court reporter?
It's Dane Sherman Bauer, DANE, SHERMAN BAUER.
All right, thank you, sir. If we could just pick up where Mr. Lobley left off, with those two properties in relation to the buffers. Are you
Well,
familiar with those two residents, sir?
Not those particular ones. What I can tell you, or the group, is that we have three different types of buffers. They're all 20 feet. One of them has a lot more material and does a better job than screening. And then the third one is less. And where we're near houses, we provide the maximum screening. So I can only presume that the area that you're referring to, we would be using the high grade buffering planting plan per the ERD.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like PPRP's requiring option 1 for I guess it's map 001 parcel 11 and option 2 for map 004 parcel 28.
Yeah, the number one area or version is the high profile one with higher planting materials to a greater height and greater fill. And the 2 version is a more moderate one, but still a good screening.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, were you involved with the negotiations with those landowners or any conversations in terms of what
No,
buffer
sir,
was going to be?
that is a client thing. We just do the environmental conformance part of it.
All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Bauer. I think that's all I have. Does anyone have any questions for me for Mr. Bauer based on my questions? Mr. Bugelmans, you okay? Okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here, Mr. Bauer. Do we have anything else before we sign off?
Yeah.
Anyone? All right.
I hear
Seeing
me,
none.
Judge.
Oh, yes, sir. Connie.
Mr. Bauer and Mr. Lovely, who do they represent? I didn't catch that.
They're with the applicant, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
That's my apologies. I should have specified that. All right. All right. So thank you all for being here this morning, and I will get an order out shortly. Enjoy the rest
Thank
of
you,
your
Your
day.
Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
For now.